on Hosea. This is a little different than what I normally have set up, but since the studio is not together, we're just going to give you a small little something about what we're doing here. Alright, so I'm gonna sit down here, right, and rock out with me real quick. The Heavenly Father asks for your permission to protect us as we go to and from our destination. We ask that you confirm our teachings, confirm our readings, confirm all these things that you would have us to learn and teach each other, that we become better people on your planet and be able to protect the planet as well. We ask for your divine wisdom and divine growth. By the power of the Spirit, come to the power from me, not to me, say thank you. Selah. What's up, guys? Let's see if we get one pop in or two. Maybe not. This will prompt me to do this video here. Alright. I ain't gonna be a long one. We're probably gonna do this video provided that my screen mirroring work. Let's see the screen mirroring thing work. Something happened here. Okay. Alright. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to try to hang out and see what's going on here. Alright, back here, right? Wrong way. Here's the history of this religious thing. I'm in California, didn't want to do this, going through some stuff. Alright, so we started getting stuff. Now, in 2000, in the year 2000, we had already collected information from 2000 prior to that. So we had collected a bunch of information already. And no matter where we went, we were just collecting information, reading books everywhere. And we would see our travels. Now, we came across this insignia, which is ancient Hebrew. Paleo is a new terminology. So, we'll go into what paleo means in the usual teachings, but we're just going to go give you a quick recap of what's about to come while we try and get these pages up, these new computer systems and stuff, so we can actually show you the true information, so people can stop stealing, let's just say this: people are taking our research and claiming it for themselves as if they've been doing it all along when they haven't. So before we got this on our forearms, right? We did the study in the equivalent, and we put it in our language. We used their alphabets in exchange for the American alphabet. So that's why I use these letters. Anyway, next. So we was already on the Negro thing. We was already on the ancient Hebrew text and letters. None of them was German, none of them was Yiddish. It was all original Aramaic in Aramaic countries. This wasn't even Europe yet. Now, I can't say it was before Alexander the Greek or not. I can't say that. All right, get past that. So we already went to Assyria. We already went to the Magnolian text, and we already went to these books. This is back in 2010. That's 12 years ago. Then we hit the Moorish Science Temple. That's me elevated, sitting on my Volvo. I don't know if you can see these pictures. This picture right here. Sorry, that's blurry. Imam Bilal, brother. Imam Bilal and Mr. Barry Houston took me to the place called Aquarius program in San Jose, California. And that's when I started meeting these men of knowledge, men of Hussein Kofa, and all these other scholars. And so they was confirming there's a lot of stuff that I did prior to this date, prior to 2011. So they confirmed over 15 years of research prior to 2011. right? Got the confidence. It's gonna go. We're gonna make this to a point. Went to the history. So Jose, the first Afro-Asiatic Olympians. Do we got some more other books? Share with you. The descendants of the six ether and like those them they killed, and so we was going there see what Dr. York was into. That's Dr. York's red book. There's another one. A dog such as Anubis or Kemet and other forms of the zodiac or spirit forms of the false Jesus. What brings us to this point? The zodiac signs have many forms that are not shown in encyclopedias and dictionaries. The zodiac is a Canaan that evolutionary forces cast from sun 5,994 years ago, after the Great Flood, after Mother Earth and her female energy referred to as a woman, Anak. So, a dog such as Anubis of Kemet, of the black people, remember I told you the black man or the black history is what? False Jesus. They've been telling you that for the longest. So we share that with you. So we went and did that. More of Dr. York's works. We told you we had put the books out there. We had put the videos out there for Dr. York, confirming his things. You see the word San Jose right there. All right, Dr. York's works that we was teaching out of, we're talking about making the connection. And we're some of the brothers that we was out mingling and doing our little speech. You see what this how do you go?
Here we go. I tell the niggas, look, I got the Amtrak tee, blue jeans, black face, bands on my feet. It don't matter. I just skating down the street.
And so we was down in San Jose, messing around, just trying to get the vibe of the people. Oops, wrong shit. Let's go back. So what I'm explaining is years and years of teaching. In fact, we're gonna go back because that's some of the stuff you already seen. We're gonna go back 2015 when we were already talking about the eating of Africa. This is Africa America. Africa America. This is one of the ones that was really profound. Was this one. If you break the female mother, call her a bitch or a black woman, she will break the offspring. She will break the offspring. It's clear only in its early years of development, and when the offspring is old enough to work, she will deliver it up to you. That's a fact there. Next slide. And so we brought the corruption of all these other things as well. And so this is what we bring up here. Who got big up to the person that made that. If you see the police, warn a brother. All right, now let's get to the more serious things. We'll share it with you with this guy, Newsweek. I don't know if y'all can see this or not. I'm gonna shut up. I don't know if y'all can see this. Guy from Newsweek. We told you. The Jesus of what? The black Jesus of LGBT. Here they changed the woman's face raised up fist to this raised up fist. Got her in it. How did it happen? Religious wars. How did it happen? How did this happen? So we have a plethora they might take my video down and drop me out. So I just want to show you these things real quick. Skip that. The education of this. Came from history, the Canadian Holocaust. Religion. They took the man Nun, changed his son's name to Jesus, gave Nun a feminine trait, belittled the man, HOSEA, belittled the man. So I'll go to a point. Anti-cannibalism, we've been talked about that. Poking shit through your tongue. Nothing new. Tongue rings. Nothing new. See? Stick things through your tongue. Feeding our children to the animals. To the serpent gods. Nothing new. Where else can we go? Here is the receipt. United States Corporation Company. Here's the receipt. New York City. And none of that money is yours. If you're rich, no, you're not. You're getting fucked. Another receipt. United States Corporation Company. Another receipt. A corporate statute is a rule of corporation given the force of law by the consent of the parties. This consent generally requires a signed contract. They consent to buy corporate America. There you go. Certificate. United States Corporation Company. All right. What's next? Here's another receipt. Signed and endorsed by the men who purchased and who sold your African American corporate company. So if you're African and you're part of a corporate America and you consent to these things, religious wars, the mafia, and religion. Let's get some more to this. Let's get into some more. I mean, we be here all day, like this. The phonetic of cash is cachet. When your phone get a cachet, cash. And in reinterpreting the visualization English word, we might say that the cachet could also be pronounced as catch. So if you got a lot of cash or cachet, or that means you've been catch, or there's a good catch. And so because of the history of fisher of men and the dividing, you got a fisher hat. Hold on. Let's see if I can get that for you real quick. Let's see. See, rebate. See these things? More to teach you. And this is what you're prone to. Things of this nature. This is the religion. Let's jump up some more. So what is the religion? Let's see what this has to say. The religion. The religion. So the guy, we know him. Religion. Who's that guy again? And the religion. So when you say Africa America, what part of Africa America are you talking about? Let's go into, there's another one here. Oh, one of my favorites. Not yet, but I'm going to show you. This is Selassie with the Gnostics. Gnostics meaning knowledge. And they have the knowledge on the original scriptures and original writings, and they manipulated them. And they colluded with the new Greco-Roman regime to hide these things from the true children of Abraham. And so he claimed to be the new Messiah. That was the agreement, that he would claim to be the new Messiah. Now, how would this man of God do this? We all know that's a Mason sign. Everybody knows that. We all know that when you see this guy, the mafioso, you better check in. You know this already. He will come back with programs of aid, projects of one sort or another. See, now look, when he comes back, when he comes to see him, this is the mafia part. Hey, daddy, I'm coming to see you. What you want, nigga? Hey, my country, blah, blah, blah. You said I was a ruler, so I need this, and that, so they can think that I'm the ruler. He says, all right. So what he say? He would come back to what? The original name, Nubia, but he kept it Ethiopia. So he's the king of that Nubia, the fake shit. I mean, the real shit. But he's the king of the fake shit, which is what Ethiopia. And he came back with what? Programs of aid, projects of one sort or another. You think he gonna give this nigga and any other niggas in the original Nubia, in the original Mizraim community, not Egypt, not Ethiopia, not that fake shit, but the original people, the original name, the original language, you think he's gonna do that? Never. And so he got thousands of millions of Jamaicans and everybody around the planet thinking he's the seed of Solomon. He's the seed of Satan. He's an imposter. Here you go again. Bodyguard. He keeps them. He keeps them around now. Another one. See? Anybody know of anybody who knows anything about history? When these type of people are in your country, they're called missionaries. It's not your country anymore. To the south. Matter of fact, this time then right on time. Now look, he's supposed to be the king of Israel, the new king of Solomon, and all this other bullshit, right? But check out what the real warrior say. The white man didn't come to Africa just started killing the Africans off. He came as a friend. 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 How they used to give gifts on Christmas Day. Look at that. Haile Selassie used to give gifts on Christmas Day. You think God chose him to be? No. Let's go up. Finish some more. Let's go to this guy right here. World War II, one of Ali's last warnings was, if you do not believe I'm a prophet, watch my prophecies. See the prophecies and the hadiths of the noble Draw Ali, 7 Seals, publications.com. Surely with this unpredicted bio, who can deny Dali is the D. Just like the Bible. If you control a society, you could write them in to fit the program. It's called computing or computation. If you compute or predetermine what somebody's going to do, you control them. So let's get up some more here. There's so much. We have all the names of what they called us. And y'all find pride in all of those things. What's this one? And yes, for those who don't think I'm uh, part of that too, I'll put that in there just for the sake of. So we have the history of Terah, Abraham, his family, who's what. So we went down the line to find out who was who. I always said Hosea is the seed of Ephraim, who is the seed of the Messiah, line of the Masonic bloodline. Now here's some things about when you get an abortion, black woman, for having sex with people you don't love or don't love you, and you just want to get wet. You know, I would throw a number out, and I would say it's probably anywhere from 30 to 100 per specimen, depending on the faculty and what's involved. This is the buying and trading of your dead babies that you gave away that you thought was going to the trash, whatever. Buyer, how much of a difference can you actually make if you know what kind of expected or what needed versus it makes a huge difference. I'd say that a lot of people want liver. So this is a buying and selling of heads, livers, kidneys over lunch and dinner. So we have well, how much time we got in this? 20 minutes. All right. We go up because we got over thousands of videos. So here's what they use it from your babies. They sell this. They sell this from your aborted babies. Okay. Anybody don't think abortions are beautiful and I'm saving money? This is what you're doing, man. You help the devil maximize on his creation. Next slide. See the pastry dish? This is what the black woman donates to the devil and to the evils of this planet to destroy her and the black man. And while he gives you money, it's like this: black woman, this right here is what you give in exchange for all your black woman success. As long as you having babies and aborting them and donating them to science and all this and that, and to the streets and to the justice systems, they love you. Just want to give you that heads up. And black man, for you consenting to those abortions. Thank you. Just so much. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get out of this. I sure got to see this. Matter of fact, leave this picture up. In this whole region, far back is Asia, over top to India. All right. You the fast version. You the speed version. Religious mafia. I read y'all what says over here. Matter of fact, let me get it. The map of the whole Middle East and Asia.
According to Wikipedia, the Middle East is a geopolitical term that commonly refers to the region spanning the Levant, Arabian Peninsula, Anatolia, Egypt, Iran, and Iraq.
To show y'all some logic. This might do right here. Yes, it will. Perfect. This is a perfect specimen. perfect specimen. Let me share something with y'all. Religious mafia and why we are fucked. Here, all here was dark people. But these dark people made war on the spiritual father and the earthly mother, because they, in their mind, the black man, the black woman of this whole region, we'll just say the whole planet, came up in their mind down in here. All right, what they say is called the Four Rivers, the Gishon, the Pishon. I ain't talked about this in so long. I'm surprised I forgot. The Pishon, the Gishon, the Tigris, and the Euphrates. All right. Now it says that there's a fourth river, which it makes sense because you look at this, something flooded it or broke. So this little river became a giant river. And so it dips off in there. And if you could tell, you can see it. Because if you look at these rivers, when they go like this, they had the same potential if this something right here breaks or this blows up. So it look like this will go all the way out like this with water before this goes like this is in water. So we got that picture. But let's get back to the mafia religious thing, or why the whole region, why you are Muslim, Christian, Black, African American, this, that, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna give it to you real quick. But as soon as I get a better equipment and stuff, but when I get my equipment back up, because other stuff got stolen. But it's all right. I'm gonna show you with this. This region, all right, in the scriptures, whether it's true or not, but it's written, it says that the first man of the planet, not humankind, not this or that, the first mankind. I mean, not mankind, but man. He said because of his spiritual disobedience, because everything on here is spiritual. Everything on this map is spiritual. When there was no man on it. And so the spirit needed the spirit man to rule this thing. But in the spiritual man's disobedience, the flesh man would rule this whole thing without the spirit of truth or the spirit of God or the spirit of nature or none of that in the third. We got that. So the spirit says, I'm not going to be in this type of man for so long. So I'm going to block him from going to where? The east. So he can't follow the sun as it rises. So he blocked it. So what did the man do? He went to the west. This way. This is why you have so much history going back to the west. If the gate was blocked to the west, you would have all the information going to the east. If the gate was blocked to the north, you see where I'm going with that. But it was blocked from the east. What was in the east that was so beautiful and so important that he got blocked from the east? And that is the first rays of light from the sun. Because we were Afro-Asiatics, meaning natural, spiritual, flesh, skin tone, right? Natural. Asiatic. This is all of Asia. This is Asia Minor, but the whole thing up to Russia, all the way back to Lemuria, is called Asia. So Asia is 3 times bigger than Africa, believe it or not. It has many more resources than Africa, believe it or not. And we can bet. We can bet, literally and physically, Asia and Asia is bigger and they have more resources than Africa. But it's so evident that really Africa was really called Asia as well. The whole planet was called Asia, believe it or not. Until they broke off the sections. See, because you notice, from here all the way around the upper part of the globe, it's called Asia for real. It wasn't until the Greeks came over and called this Egyptos, Africanus, Saudi Arabia. Oh shit. Timed out on me. I'm ready to say. Yeah. All right, there we go. So the whole plan was Asia. It wasn't until these men, these wicked men, decided they wanted to own the planet. They wanted to own the resources of the whole planet. And these are black people first. These are not nobody else. These are the people of color, i.e. Kemet, I'm the black man, I'm this, we great. Well, guess what? You're the one that fucked it up. So here's the real shit. Religious mafia, blah, 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 blah. So now, as a politician, as a hustler, as a war man, as a king, I'm not thinking about no religion. So, if I'm here, and I go up here and start conquering here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and everybody has their way of doing their spiritual thing, how do I get them all together? I get them to agree. I get them to have comfortability that each space can worship how they want to, as long as you pay me. That's what the Greeks did. They took over from the eastern gate all the way to the west because they were not of the original spiritual man of the planet. Not saying they don't have a spirit, but just saying they wasn't the original spirit custodians of the planet. They wasn't given that responsibility. And so they can't fathom of not destroying and killing and murdering because they don't have that instruction. It's not in their genetic code. How we know? Because now, in this very same area, they called it, what, Babylon? But across over here, here's the argument now. That Egypt, look how big they made Egypt. See how big they made Egypt? Egypt is not even like motherfucking big. But anyway, so how they made how they became the war with each other. See, in the scripture says from here, they got scattered across the earth. Let me stand up. Shit. Knew that was gonna happen. I said, that's because I got these phones just sitting up. So I'm kind of scary from moving around and shit. All right. So picture this. There's a group of niggas right here, right? Literally. A bunch of niggas right here. One says, you know what? We're going to go fight with God. We're going to make our throne in the heavens. We're going to go out into space. We're going to go up under the ground. We're going to control all this thing. That's what they said. But now, the Most High said, I'm going to scatter you niggas right here because they had a kingdom way out here. Their kingdom was way out here, even up in here. This kingdom here was way out here. And so when they got to arguing like niggas do, after they split up, they went where? All over the world, scattered. And that's why you see a pyramid up here in Mary Ashgabat. That's why you see a pyramid in Iran. That's why you see a pyramid down here in Pakistan. You see a pyramid down here in Oman. You see a pyramid in Saudi Arabia. You see a pyramid, this, that. Because they got scattered among the earth. Book of Jasher, chapter 9, verse 12. There's another book in the Gilgamesh. There's another book in the Qumran caves. There's so many books that confirm that the reason why there are so many pyramids and why it seems so connected and so many writings seem connected is because these you niggas were scattered across the earth. And you became the mafia of religion. And if you didn't worship like Babylon, you got murdered. These niggas over here, they was up in the cold and the snow, killing each other, eating animals or whatever the hell they was doing, and whatever the Pelicans do up there. But down in here, y'all was raping, pillaging, making war on God with y'all high technology. So as these guys up here, the Mongols, to the Hun, they say they made their borders up top of here off the screen called Russia, Romania, German, and all them guys. When they copied the mail, let me show you the history. This is some real quick stuff, and then we can prove it when anybody want to see it. So now, these pale skins, and they're pale skin because why? They're not down here in the warm climate. Their skin would burn. And the black, they bet not leave that black sun because their skin will crack. And if they go any more blacker, their skin will fall apart. So you don't want to be blacker than black, because if you're too black, you burnt. That means your skin crumbles, literally. So if you're too pale, if you're pale skin, your skin crumble. And if you're black, your skin crumble. But if you're in between, you get this. You get different colors like they got here. Check it out. You ever try to eat a black piece of toast? You're like, no, nigga, ain't doing it. Then you try to eat a white piece of bread, you're like, but that's not toast. You're like, all right. You say, I want it light brown. Duh. So, there's no gray area in that. So now, in this light brown stream going around the planet, and then you have this pale skin stream with no sun that's going around the planet, and then you have this dark thing that's going around the planet. And now they got scattered, and now they're getting together saying, hold up, I'm too black, you're too pale, but these niggas in between, we got to do something with them. Dogon, look up Dogon and Dagon, and you'll find out that Dogon and Dagon is synonymous to lizards and fish. So everybody, come on, I'm from Africa, the Dogon tribe was so smart. Yeah, no wonder you're a slime ball. No wonder you smell fishy, pussy stank. No wonder you slithery. Mm-hmm. We'll go with that. Let's keep finishing. So now, they get spread across the whole earth. They said that literally. For doing what? Being disobedient and wanting to war against God. Now here's the thing we want to catch up with about the children of Israel. Right there. See Israel right there? Why, you don't want to really be an Israelite. Same as you don't want to be a Babylonian or a black man or a black woman is this. These black people are the original black man on the planet who wrestle and war with God. So this is the Jacob, the original Jacob, or the supplanter of the original man. They supplanted the original man out of his inheritance of the kingdom and gave him their black man version, Kemet, or whatever you want to call it, Islam. Because Islam was born here. The pagan Islam. I am Lord and Master. That's a satanic word. That is a demonic thing. To say, I am Lord and Master? Who told you that? Nigga, you were just born 20 years ago. What is you mastering? I got shit over here that's been living for 10,000 years, and you only 120, talking about use life. Shut up. Yeah, so all that Islam, I'm Lord and Master, went this way, that way, this way, this way, this way. So when the Mongols got in their ears, then hold up, the blacks that turned away from their spirit God, they came down. Boom, from the north. Boom, from the north, from the north, from the north, from the north. And what they do? They took over the whole planet. Right now, facts. Because black man and black woman, that whole region, said, I am a Muslim, I am all Lord's Master, I don't need no God. We're going to worship this, worship that. We're going to make a sun temple in Egypt, sun temple in Iraq, sun temple here, sun temple in America, sun temple in Brazil, sun temple in Canada, sun temple in France, sun temples all over the place, moon temples all over the place. That didn't pick that up. Because they got scattered. And that ideology went everywhere. Just like, it's not hip hop everywhere. Black man, black woman. Come on, man. It's not hip hop all over the planet. The same thing with this. When the black man and the black woman decides to invent something to go against the spirit of God and earth, the whole planet agrees with it. And it becomes a whole planetary phenomenon. Chinese is rapping, Iran rapping. God damn. Everybody hip hopping. Everybody blowing weed. Everybody got their chain hanging. Everywhere. Go, even Africa. Let me see if we get Africa up here. Let me see if we get Africa. We get the Sudan. Oh shit. We forgot side. Oh, there we go. We'll take that. Hold on. Thank you, Papa. Back down to Kuwait, down here. Oh, we got Saudi. We got all them doing the shit. Sudan. Everybody doing the jigger thing. Everybody want to be the new nigga now. Everybody want to be the black Jesus too. All these people got a Jesus. All this is Christian, and the other half is Muslim. I mean, Islam. Religious mafia, and they both work hand in hand together. Let's show you this. Here you go. I'll tell you what they say about this. Let's see if we can look at this. So, my point being, Japan, US, China, Japan, Cambodia, all of this is Asia, right? Kurds, China, Afghanistan, same thing, India, Pakistan. And when you hear that, Pakistan, these are Asian names, or they call it Eurasian, okay? How come there's so much Eurasian in Asia and more Asiatics, but there's only a small piece for Africans? Something you have to think about real quick. Modi, I'm up for getting off of focus. Hold on. All right. We're trying to show. Okay, let's see what we get here. Now, what they consider Middle East. Look at that. Look at the education right there. That's Middle East. The whole planet's bigger than that. But for the sake of conversation, Israel means wrestle with God. So the same people right here who went this way to the east, to the west, because in the scripture it says that the cherubim blocked the eastern gate. So that means you couldn't see the light of Most High come up. It was cut off. So that means west was what? You see the sun go what? Down. It's going down in the west. The sun goes, see, when you go to the east, the sun goes up. You're rising with the Most High. You're rising with your perennial gland. You're rising with the earth. You're rising with the planet. You're rising with the universe. So he blocked that life cycle from you. And that's a piece of time taken out of your life, believe it or not. But since you're going to the west, what he took out, he put in this. This Israel as what? A sign for the nations. Think about that. The first nation was Babylon. From that nation came many civilizations. Egypt, Nubia, check it, matter of fact, if you don't believe me, check out Nubia, Egyptian wars. Not Nubia, not Ethiopia, Egyptian wars. Ain't no such creature. Everything has to be Nubia, 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 and you'll find out the connection with gypsies. Gypsies, or nothing but the Hebrews who stayed in Egypt and who just traveled around and later on moved east, ended up in Lemuria and other places in Brazil. And that's why you see Hebrew writings in South America. and in Mexico and things like that, because they're travelers, gypsies. Next. So, in this Asia Middle East thing, when the original wrestled with God and got their ass whooped, what happened to them? They got scattered. Let me see if I can find that in my thing. I'd like to read that to you. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up on my. Matter of fact, see, that's why I gotta get my other devices up. Who gets scattered in the book of Jasher? Let's see. Trying to find the scattering. I already got it. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here we go. So even with this one, it says, behold, it was written in the book of Jasher that the descendants of Noah scattered over the whole earth, built themselves cities. So why did they get scattered? Because these children was disobedient unto Noah, and it was only a few that wasn't. You have to research that for yourself. I have the literature, but for the sake of this video, I don't have that. I can't give it to you right this moment. But what I can find is this. I'll read it to you. Let me see. All right, go back to my photos. Now remember we're talking about the scattered in Israel? Now check this out. This is Keto's War. Let's see, what's this at? Why does this keep staying there, man? Anyway, look up Keto's War. This is a raggedy tablet, so I'm just trying to not lose my drive to do this anymore. I've just been sitting on my ass, really doing nothing lately, trying to get my head out the devil's noose. We're gonna have a history of the Black Clown 2 coming up. So as soon as we get our technology back together, man, we're gonna get back. We're gonna explain every single video. We got over 12,000 videos, so we got at least maybe about 18 years of teaching, man, that people could find for themselves. Let me find this thing I want to find for you. Oh, last thing too. If you know anybody who's drinking that with the double cross, that is a Luciferian drink. It is poison for there's literal poison to the soul. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't doubt if you're drinking 1 nano something of blood. I wouldn't doubt that. Do not promote. You see that single, a double cross, do not promote that. Whoever is going to be checking, listening, watching this video. All right, let me get to that part. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. Praise y'all. Okay. Now, for the sake of Abraham, he said he thought it was the sun. He said, nope. He thought it was the moon. So no, Allah is not a moon god. Allah is not a sun god. He said this at night. And the north darkened over him, lifted his eyes towards the west, north, south, and east, and he saw that the sun had vanished from the earth in a day. But he says, the stars and saw that. He says, no, that's not God. Let me get this back over. But this is what I was getting to. This is what the black man did. For those that didn't want to read it, so I had to make this video. And the Lord smote 3 divisions that were, he smoked 3 divisions, 3. And this is what the black man said. We were sent to heaven and serve our gods. That right there. Now, I wish I could get back to that page. Okay, here we go. I think I found it then. Hold up. Keep that there. The picture of Asia.
Pictures of Asian people. Sure.
I ain't say Asian people, motherfucker. Oh, my fault. I forgot I was on the video. I didn't even do that. And there's a picture of Asian people. So you see how big Asia is, right? Compared to Africa. Stop playing. You see that Asia goes way back. Hold up, man. Let me put this up here, man. In case you didn't get the visual. Look. What's that? That's not Africa. Hold up, let me write this down. You got Africa and Europe the same color. Look how big Asia is, man. That's all of that, bro. Folks, look. Let me see. I'm trying to get this right so y'all can get the maximize of this, how big Asia is. So y'all can get out this Africa kick. You see that? Look, you see this orange? I don't know, you can't see it too close. But this is the planet right here, right? This is, it's like a whole 50-cent piece to a quarter to Africa. But anyway, let's get back to what we was talking about. Now, this region is where it all began. So we got Israel and we got Babylonia. The only reason why Bibles exist, only reason why all this stuff exists is because of what I'm about to tell you. Now, these people in Babylon called Babel. Has it dawned on you that Babel sounds like Bible? Babel. Bible. Well, Babylon had a book that was their Bible on how to control the whole kingdom. And that book or Bible was about the wars of Hammurabi and Nimrod and all that. I think Nimrod and Hammurabi is the same guy. But of their dynasty, that was their Bible. All right? That's why it's called the Book of Wars or the Good News. It was the good news that they was following the script of ancient Babylon. Because in ancient Babylon, they did what? They made their own gods. Let me say this again. In Babylon, they served their what? Own God. Let me take this back to you. Let's take it back. Let's take it back. What do you say? Right here. We will ascend to heaven and serve our own gods. We ain't gonna go no further. We'll just let that marinate. So in Babylon, they was what? Make their own gods. So today, they made their own gods. Egypt, Israel, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Kabul, Kazakhstan, Georgia, Armenia, the whole planet made their own gods. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are gods. March, April, June, July, August, September, November, January, February, March. Their own gods. It was all gods, believe it or not. Your car, Cadillac, Corolla, they're named after countries and cities, and they're gods. Polo, Ralph Lauren, all those are named after those who made their own gods. And you, black man or black woman, are the number one consumer of purchasing gods. Mm-hmm. And you party Friday off for the god of Frigga, and Saturday of the Saturn Sabbath, or of the witch's Sabbath. And then Sunday you go to church worshiping who? Your sun god, or your sun church and your sun temples. That's just 3 days. Then Monday, the moon, you bow down, you get all agitated. I'm not gonna go to work because it's moon, so it's moving your body, the water in your body. And so now you got to agitate. You're agitated moon day. Then you get Tuesday. I forgot Tuesday. What God was Tuesday. Then you go to Wednesday called over the what? Hump day. Ready to go hump because you can't wait till Friday because there's only one more day left. What? Thor. Thur. The hammer. Bang. Yeah. This is the language that the black man and black woman do not hear every day, every single day, all day. And now we're here this thing called I'm Christian. So hold up, let's get the road. Let's get to Mediterranean now. So now we went from this gods, the original black man and woman who ruled the whole planet, how you fucked it up with all your gods, wanting to war with the creator, and you sold out, nigga. You sold out. You wanted to be a consumer. You wanted to be a Pac-Man. You wanted to be gods and goddesses, and look at me. So this is the fuck you did. Okay? And then when you got to Africa, yes, you created Africa. When you got to Asia, yes, you created that. When you got over to here, yes, you created it. Yes, black man, you created all this shit. And guess what? You're responsible for its fuck up. And that's why the pale skin is your master. Because you fucked up. You're supposed to get your ass whooped. So black man and black woman, anytime you get punched in the mouth or da-da-da-da-da, just understand, you keep calling your ancestors, right? We're going to call my ancestors, me and my ancestors, we're going to do this, we're going to turn this motherfucker out. No, the fuck you ain't. Keep calling your ancestors and see what happens. You'll get deeper and deeper and deeper in the hole. Because why? It says, do not conjure up or bring up dead spirits. People's already dead. Leave them the fuck alone. But no, what you want to do? Voodoo. Oh, but that's part of our culture. You're right. Voodoo is part of your culture. You're right. Witchcraft, all that, zodiac, that is part of your culture because you made yourself gods in that culture. You made yourself gods in the sky. Isis, Osiris, god of death, and da-da-da. Egypt. So now the black man gets scattered. When his first creation, his first civilization gets scattered. The Most High say, okay, I'm going to get me a little small little nigga. And nigga. I'm going to get a little small nigga and nigga. See what happened, da-da-da. All right? You get over here, and now you call Israel. Why? Because you wrestle with God again. So-called black man or black woman. You wrestle with God again. God damn. That's why the people say the black man and black woman is putrid. It ain't cause of the color of your skin. It ain't cause you lack the ability to be anything. It's just you refuse to bow down before the living God. You, for something about the black man and black woman, you just refuse, and so you'd rather be scattered amongst the beasts of the field. This is a field. Every single star is a field. And you rather be in the midst of the field opposed to being the rulers of the field. Ruling in righteousness. Mafia and religious wars. So here's the epilogue of this video. The Bible is written from the perspective of soul controlling. All religions are made basis to control and to keep you away from your spiritual connection with the Creator. That is their job. That is their job. I sent y'all a video, and the Pelican in their own words told you that they rewrote the Bible so many times and did this, and the Quran. Let's not forget that. Don't forget about the Quran. The Quran too. Okay? The Quran. I'm gonna have to give me a little puppet master. Hey. Hey. I'm naked? Am I naked? Oh shit. I'm naked. Oh well. Have a little fun. But and it just dawned on me. And it's in the Ten Commandments. It's the first commandment that is so soft. The voice of the first commandment is so soft, but it's hard to do. And it shook me a couple of days ago, because it took me so long to do this. Let me put this back up. back up. Give me a minute. It shook me, man. And woman, it shook me. Here's what happens. The Most High let these pale-skinned called Grecians come and devour. Let me slow this down. The Most High let these people appear, Mongols, all them, all sitting up here chilling. They was watching. They watched the whole thing. And they had a border, and it was cold. It was a cold border. They would not cross it. But when y'all start being disobedient, the border starts to melt, shit starts being accessible, and they start coming down, picking out what y'all doing. They said, oh, y'all living godless, like us. We don't know what a God is. They didn't know what a God was. They had no need for one. But down here, below this line here, y'all wanted was a God. Y'all wanted to be gods, and y'all wanted to fight God. So they came down with the hand of God on you niggas. Y'all ain't been right since. Because Alexander, one man called Alexander, who was the hand of God, for real, for real. Y'all can talk shit y'all want to and say, oh, you just sell out of here. Shut the fuck up. You don't want to be responsible that you're a black man and you fucked up and your ancestors fucked it up too, and you got that same energy and that same attitude. Fuck it. We're party now and die later. This one man came and took over this whole motherfucking side. From really, he came over. Well, he didn't take China, but for nonetheless, everything up around here, he took it. From here, back. And some parts of here. Back. All the way around to the Atlantic. One nigga. That's what was Jesus right there. Nigga. If it was a Jesus, Alexander was their Jesus. Where he could slaughter damn near half of all of Africa, half of all of motherfucking Middle East and Europe, and go all the way down to India and some parts to Brazil and some parts to call America. And to this very day, you worship that nigga and his culture and his gods called Zeus and all these other holidays and Roman Catholics and Roman calendars and blah, 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 blah. Seventh-day Adventists, Baptists, Protestant, da, da, da. Yes, Islam too. Yup. Facts. Islam is a Christian religion too. Let me roll something up real quick. We at 105. Oh, we doing good. Normally the video be at 2 hours or some shit. It be like, damn. I be tired. Like, man, I'm talking that damn long. Hold up. We slow some of these thoughts down because I got more information that's pouring out, but it's relevant, but it's not relevant to the conversation. So you got you some medical marijuana. Go ahead and get your roll on. You know what I mean? We don't condone any recreational drug use. But if you fucked up, you're going through some shit, and before you kill a nigga or yourself, smoke you a joint, man. Alright? Don't be out here whooping the woman up, don't be beating up the dog and the cat, beating on the children and shit for no reason, busting your gun for no reason. You roll your motherfucking nice little doobie. You know what I mean? Don't put no crack in it. Don't put no mollies. Don't mix the weed, nigga, cause then you fucked up. I'm letting you know. I'm an OG dude. I'm letting you know. The first time I ever put something in the weed, I had fucked it up. It wasn't right. Never put nothing in the weed. But I was young when I did that. I put nothing in the weed. I'm not advocating weed. I'm just saying, if you fucked up and you got pain and stuff like that, you use your medical marijuana, man. Sit your ass down and get back to work. All right, now for that. Now, let's get back to this mafia religion thing. I know you don't. So that's how the pale skin became the rulers of the planet, because the black man decided he didn't want to be, he didn't want to obey his God, but he wanted to be God. And that's your Lucifer. That's your Satan, and that's your devil story. And because the flood, as you look at the rivers and how they're being broke across, you sort of kind of make sense, and how this water, these gashes of water would have made sense. And if this was Lemuria over here or down in here, how it would have made sense if these together if he had not raised the water. Or did he lower the water? And so from the looks of this, the water has been lowered to a certain degree. I think the water's getting a little lower, and so we just burn the rest. It's just some of my small thoughts. All right, where we going to? Racing thoughts. Those racing thoughts down. Yeah. So Israel is Bible, right? They say if it wasn't for Israel, there wouldn't be no what? Bible. And if it wasn't for Nimrod, there would be no what? Bible. By and by. Boom. BLE. So the by BLE is Israel getting scattered. And it's the Bible, the sheep of Nimrod got scattered. It's that sounds kind of, I'm getting this fresh too. That sounds kind of right. It even feels like it could actually be solidified. The Bible is Israel. The Bible talks about Israel and what? Being scattered. Why would the Most High take this little weak ass people and say, hey, check this out, man. Remember the Tower of Babel. Come out of Babylon. What? For some reason, Israel and Babylon have some type of marriage. And remember who's the first one to put these things together. Share that with the people and folks. Why is what I found out was this through my research. Real shit. The word scattered in Babel and scattered in Israel. And I found out that they both was disobedient against the Most High. And I found out they both argued and promoted being disobedient and worshiping other gods. And they even set up gods themselves, like Solomon. People calling David a god. People calling Jesus a god. People calling the prophets gods and saints and all, giving them all these god-like names. Matter of fact, it's called I've just had this word to you, theophonics, the giving of godly names, of God-type names. So there's a history of the black man and the black woman giving out names of a godly nature. I'm God, or like dirt, on God. So now everybody, all the young children come on God. So now they've made their own God over the internet, over the radio, on God. What God are you talking about, nigga? We all don't serve the same God. Who is your God? Oh, Jesus? Which one? The black Jesus or the white Jesus? Nonetheless, y'all call him God. And since he's the son of a God, He's a god, right? But this says in the ancient writing that, let me shorten it down. It says this: He punished them according to their works and designs. Those who said we will ascend to heaven and serve our gods became like apes. That's why the black man is considered what? An ape. You was the first ape, nigga. Not the caveman, but you was the first ape for your disobedience. And elephants, and those who said we will smite the heaven with arrows. How many of you folks lost a cousin or whatever, or a family or whatever, and said there ain't no God, fuck God, da da da? You smite him with the words of your mouth, the arrows. Bing, shoot them. Psh, psh, shoot, still throwing them arrows at him. God ain't real because he would have took my child. God ain't real because he this. And yeah, you turn into elephants, getting big-headed. Some shit you'll be fucked up with. And those who said we will smite the heaven with, okay, he says the Lord killed them. Oh no, he said he will smite them with, he said smite the heavens with arrows. The Lord said he will kill them. Coronavirus, COVID, Delta, Omicron, AIDS, Ebola, and it's all in Africa. Why is it that all these diseases and all these atrocities happen in Africa? You know why? Because this happened in Africa, nigga. That's why Africa fucked up, and that's why they trying to run here, because they want to get up under our code, under our blessings. Those who are the true Hebrews, not the Hebrew Israelites. You can't be a Hebrew Israelite at the same time. You can't. You can't be a Hebrew and still be disobedient. You can't do that. You either be a Hebrew and submit, be Muslim, or you gonna just be an Israelite and be scattered. And scattered brain. How many of you black Israelite can get these black men and black women still scattered brains? You traded white Jesus for nigger Jesus. You traded blonde hair for white hair. You traded blue eyes for eyes on fire. You traded in a 3-piece suit from Goodwill to some sewn shit ordered from India. Everybody's hustling off you niggas, man. And I wouldn't even say that if motherfuckers was making their own materials, like literally at the shop making their own linen and then making something into it. That's something different. But you're going to the enemy of your soul, to the enemy of God, buying your materials, and then talking about, I'm making something holy out of that. That's shirt, that's fake, that's unrighteous, and it's wrong. Stop. Burn all that shit and take down that 6-star David Cross, whatever David Star Cross bullshit too. Take that shit down too. Why? Because he said this. And one man threw the hand of his neighbor, and the third division of those said, we will send to heaven and fight against him. The Lord scattered them throughout the earth, and those who were left amongst them, even they knew and understood the evil which was coming upon them. They forsook the building, and they became scattered upon the face of the whole earth. So they knew and understood the evil which was coming upon them. The black man and the black woman have no fucking clue or care the evil that is about to come upon you. You don't care. You know why? Because you got your God, money. You got your God, this, Nicki Minaj and all them. You got your other gods, Snoop with the da-da-da. Oh, I forgot. You got your stars. Who's your rap star, your movie star? Who's your entertaining star? So everything you give about the sun, moon, and stars, the earth, and you're worshiping your gods, and this is going to happen. You got scattered among the earth. Now, back to that scatter. See, where's that scatter at? Where's scatter? Why is that thing still... I don't know why I can't get rid of that thing there. But here we go. I wish I could do a little line. See, that's why I get my note shit back up. Because I could have drew a line. But scatter. Now, notice what happened to them. He punished them because they were serving their own gods. Let's check out why Israel got scattered. Check this shit out. Why did the Israelites get scattered across the earth?
According to Church of Jesus Christ, ancient Israel was scattered throughout the earth because the people rejected God's covenant. It was prophesied that Israel would be scattered among the nations of the earth because of the people's wickedness.
What did he just say? Hold up, man. What did he just say? Israelites are wicked niggas. Judah is a wicked nigga. Look, real shit. Anybody claim to be Judah, you will kill your brother. But tell you why? Because Judah and Joseph are not brothers by the same mother. So Judah and his mother got a whole different relationship than Joseph and his mother. And Jacob had a different relationship with Judah and his mother than he has with Rebecca and Joseph and his mother. That's the difference. And all you men and women know who get 2 or 3 baby mamas, that shit goes down. No, you can't come here, you can't bring that nasty bitch here, or you can't bring that baby here, and, oh, bitch, fuck that. And then when the children get together, oh, nigga, your dad treated my mom bad, my mom, fuck you, nigga, pop, 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 pop. Ain't you killing each other right now? It's not stepbrother and stepsister and cousins and them killing each other right now. Matter of fact, I just heard about a murder up in East Hills, man. I'm sorry to hear about that, man. That's some bullshit. I don't, you know, but here's the thing is, wickedness. You black people are wicked. I ain't say that shit. It's your history. Your wickedness stems from not serving the Most High Yah. And when you stop looking towards the Most High Yah, you become instant darkness, i.e. Black America. Hello, Black America. Are you doing good today? You feeling all right? Are you getting any darker? Are you getting any blacker? Does it feel like life is getting more colder and colder and the sun is getting far, far away from you, far like the sun of success? Does it not feel like the black man and the black woman kind of like spinning their wheels while everybody else is growing? Because you're wicked. That's why Israel and Egypt and Babylon all have a relationship. You niggas is wicked. Yeah, I told you, religious mafia. You motherfuckers is wicked, man. You will kill, rape, steal, whatever. You the one that did the manipulation of the animals and shit like that. You the one that did the freaky Nick back in the booty, banging the animals and shit. You taught these pale skins who had no God how to be a God with no remorse. See, at least you were trying to be a God with a little bit of remorse, but still had disobedience for God. But you taught a species of mankind how to be gods and stuff, and they whooped your ass, murdered you, did all these things to you, and now you crying, talking about we need to band together. Nope. Because guess what's going to happen? Just like any other black man or black hood, what happens? As soon as we band together and shit start getting good, now you start turning on each other. No, I'm cool. I ain't doing it. If you're a Hebrew Muslim, you got my attention. If you're an Israelite, black anything, this is why. You got scattered, ancient Israel, ancient wickedness, or he who wrestled with God, the ancient ones who wrestled with God, the ancestors, were scattered throughout the earth. Hold up. Where we see that at? Here we go. He punished them according to their works and their designs, and those who said we will sit in heaven and serve our what? Gods, wickedness. And what did he do? He scattered upon the face of the earth. I wish I had a split screen for this motherfucker, man. That would have been the shit. That would have been the shit. So now we see that Israel is really Babylon. And there's a reason why they say if you curse Israel, we'll curse you. I guess you would. Even the Messiah, none of it made sense that Messiah cursed Israel when he said the fig tree. Israel was not ready to bear any fruit until it gets its new name, Revelations, i.e. Hebrew Muslim. That's our new name, Hebrew Muslims. Shh. Don't tell nobody, please. Don't tell nobody we're Hebrew Muslims. Just do it. Happy hustle. Now, to tie that in, so it won't be too long. So now we made that distinction that the religious mafia, the religious wars, is based on this fact. To keep Israel in its wickedness. To keep the black man in its wickedness away from its God. That's it. Then, when he stays away from the God of life, we have the power to kill him. Mom, dad, child, with no remorse. That's a good trade-off to go back to hell with. So let's find out what do Israel means. What does Israel mean in Hebrew?
According to Ancestry, Israel name meaning, Jewish, from the Hebrew male personal name Yisrael, fighter of God. In the Bible, this is a byname bestowed on Jacob after he had wrestled with the angel at the ford of Jabbok.
Now you hear the crosstalk? Let's read this. Let's read what they said. All right. Now, if you knew that what you was claiming was being scattered for being wicked and disobedient, you want to make it look good, make it attractive. I think they call it propaganda. So let's look at this type of wordplay. One, they started with Jewish. So we know what that's hitting for. So he says from, he ain't saying from a Shemitic male, but he says from a Hebrew male personal name, Yisrael. When they'll start that. Fighter of God. But hold up. Fighter of. But after this it says Jacob, after he had wrestled. So how is he a fighter of God if he's wrestling with God? And Jacob never had to fight. Only Joseph did. So why would he fight God's battle when God had HOSEA on its way, or Joseph on its way? So there was no need for Jacob to do anything because Joseph was coming, and HOSEA, and Ephraim and Manasseh. So that right there cuts out fighter of God. So we see what they did with that. But the true thing is, after Jacob had wrestled, now let's meditate on that for a minute. You know a nigga had to add something to that in there to make it look good. Or could it be it was a seed of Judah who helped manipulate this? Because remember, Judah and Joseph were fighting all the time. In fact, Judah tried to kill Joseph. Wrestle. Let's see. What are the two meanings of Israel? That's what they say. Oh, they get that there. Okay, so now we have two things going on here. God wrestler. So That sounds like a cartoon movie or something. The chosen one, Hazrat Yaqub, was God of Israel. When you read the story about Jacob, how he got his break, his mother supplanted Esau. Jacob didn't do nothing. He was just born from real. But his mother told Jacob, hey, Jake, put this up. Go put your brother's shit on, go to your dad and lie to your dad. And he went over, he lied to his dad. And so there was some type of malicious and thievery and things of that nature in that. Is there forgiveness in it? Yeah, we always forgive that. We're not saying anything bad or good about it, but we forgive it. Yes, we do. But nonetheless, Jacob was misled by a woman. So that means after that, being misled by his mother, instead of just saying, no, I'm not going to do that, that ain't cool. All right? That's why that name is supplanter. Jacob means supplanter. But if you get to hear, the new writing says what? The chosen one. Yaqub also be called Israel, but wrestler. He wrestles with Esau coming out the womb by grabbing his heel. He wrestles with right and wrong by letting his mom help him to lie to his father. He wrestles about integrity because any young man or any young woman in their right mind, there's something stuck in my tooth. Any woman in their man right mind is going to see that, hold up, I'm not going to take this person's attribute, even if I can't get away with it. And so, by trying to get this man's birthright, and then trick his father, that's some creepy stuff. And so, wrestler, supplanter, and things of that nature, there's an issue with that. Not only that, that the Goyim, the king of Titan, the ancient Goyim, they themselves see the book so ludicrous that they themselves became what? Israelis. They themselves became Jews. They themselves became the wrestlers with the Most High because that's who they were in the first place. Legitimate. That's why there's going to be a new kingdom on earth and a new kingdom of heaven. And nobody knows when that day is going to be. So that's that. More results. Now here's the Israel-Quran connection. Now you notice, read what the Quran say. However, the Quran specifies that the land of Israel, the land of the supplanters, the land of the God wrestlers, the land of those who wrestle with God's word, land of the wicked, land of the idolaters, is the homeland of the Jewish people, not the Hebrew Muslims, but that land is of the Jewish people, because when this particular Israel homeland came in this Quran, Alexander the Greek had took over already. And that God himself gave that land to them as a heritage in order for them to live therein. So he gave to Jacob, that when he wrestled with Jacob became Israel, Israel became scattered, and then now we have nothing. What religion is Israel? Let's check that out. Interesting. Now, here's the nail in the coffin. About 8 in 10, 81% Israeli adults are Jewish, meaning they wrestle with God, they enjoy that. While the remainder are mostly ethnically Arab and religiously Muslim, 14%. Christian 2, Druze 2%. Overall, the Arab religious minorities in Israel are more religious observant than Jews. Why you surprised? Because 80% of Jewish are Israelites or Israelis. Why? Because they are wicked. And so you Arabs too. Alright. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. Who is the God of the Jews? Let's see. I want to know this myself. I didn't know they had any. Okay. Here's $1 million question. What is Judaism? What is Judaism? I think that'll be the next video. Till next time, this is OMAR HOSEA saying peace. We love you guys, man. We're just trying to see if I can do more footage like this. I'm gonna go back and watch this and see how it looks. If I like it, I'll start doing more and showing y'all more slides. Get back to the other research, make it more solidifying to you, other than me just talking and y'all have to listen. So, have a most wonderful day. Take care of each other. And may the Most High keep you guys safe. We out. Judaism. We're going to find out where that comes from. All right? Peace. Next time, we thank you. May the Most High keep you safe. And we ask the Most High to bless this video. If it don't make sense, let us know. We'll make no more videos. We thank you for your time and your support, you guys. All right? We out. Selah.